Welcome students. From today's lecture I will going to start discussing on module number 3. Your module number 3 having the syllabus content as pavement materials and pavement design. In pavement materials you will be going to learn about the aggregates and bituminous materials and their properties and test on particular materials. And apart from this you will be having a CBR test, and you have to determine the CBR and modulus of subgrade reaction of subgrade soil, and that is one of the part of your third module. And yes, in second part of your third module you'll be having pavement design that concerned the types and component parts of both flexible and rigid pavement, and equivalent single wheel load and its determination using graphs. And there will be problems on this equivalent single wheel load and as well as in determination of CBR values. In this module I am going to give a notes on the test and desirable properties of materials like aggregates and bituminous, and I will discuss the problems on determination of CBR and modulus of subgrade reactions. Both theory and problems I will discuss in the video lectures. Apart from this video lecture, I am going to give a notes on the materials like aggregates and bituminous, and as well as in pavement design I am going to give a notes on pavement types and component parts of flexible and rigid pavements. And in video lecture I am going to discuss this equivalent single wheel load and its determination using graphs. So let us start this pavement materials in that determination of CBR and modulus of subgrade reaction. In this CBR test, that is nothing but California bearing test, you will be having a material that is aggregates, and you have to check the strength of that aggregate in which you are going to use in subgrade soil. So here you will be having an apparatus. This apparatus will be having a mold. That mold is having a diameter of 150 mm with base plate and collar, and there is a loading frame with 50 mm diameter plunger, and the dial gauge reading is fixed to the mold, and that will be measure the settlement of the particular soil specimen because of this load. And here in this test you are going to consider a strength of the material. The test results is been correlated to flexible pavement, that is thickness of to determine the thickness of flexible pavement required in highways. This CBR test may be conducted in laboratory test, that may be considered as a laboratory test, and this specimen is prepared in the laboratory. So once we set up these materials, once we set up this specimen and mold and this dial gauge readings and then plunger, then we can have a test. Before going to know the test, we should know how this test is going to conduct. This is nothing but a penetration test. In this penetration test, a 50 mm plunger is going to penetrate into the soil specimen, and every 1.25 mm per minute is to be noted, the values caused, and here 1.2 mm per minute of penetration is measured. After that, the penetration caused at 2.5 mm and 5 mm penetration are recorded. In this total test, we are going to record only 2.5 and 5 mm penetration values, and these loads are expressed as percentage of standard loads. Then these loads are expressed as percentage of standard load values with respect to deformation obtained in the soil specimen. And here, and whatever you are getting the penetration values based on particular load, the load is applied by hydraulic arrangements, and those weight that the penetration will be giving in mm. The particular load and penetration curve will be obtained later by using the results. And here the standard loads and whatever specimen we are using here, that is compared to the standard specimens. The standard specimens are tested on this CBR machine, and here these crushed stones are weighed, that is 1370 and 2055 kgs respectively for 2.5 mm and 5 mm penetrations. That means whenever you are using a standard specimen, standard aggregates that are caused with the 2.5 mm penetration at the load of 1370 kgs and 5 mm penetration for 2055 kgs, and you can say that 70 kg per centimeter squares for 2.5 mm kg. 2.5 mm penetration value will give you 70 kg per centimeter squares, and 2055 kg for that reference 105 kg per centimeter squares for 5 mm penetrations. So here the load will be applied on the plunger, and then plunger will get penetrate, and then penetration value will be obtained for the particular load here. So that this much is the arrangements, this much is the arrangement you can observe here. And once the arrangement is done, the specimen in the mold and assembly is placed for the test. After that test, the load values are noted corresponding to the penetration values. How much penetration is getting into the soil specimen for the load, that is the values of 0, 0.5, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, likewise up to 12.5 mm penetration the load is noted. The load penetration graph is plotted after that the test is over. So here once the load started, and from 0 mm penetration to 12.5 mm penetration for every 0.5, 1, 1.5 to 2.5 mm penetration, the load values will be noted down. So here in this case you will be getting the load values, like say 0 mm penetration, you will be having 0 mm penetration, how much is the load. So here load value will be noted, and here penetration in mm, for 0, for 0.5 like, and 1, 1.5. so how much penetration is caused by how much load, and 1 mm penetration is caused by how much load. That is what we need to record over in this test. So right, so once you record in the test, the specimens are plotted, that is specimens are correlated to the readings that are listed and they tabulated in the graph, and that tabulated graph is obtained by taking the penetration value for 2.5 mm and 5 mm penetration. Those 2.5 mm penetration and 5 mm penetration can be obtained by graph. After getting the results over here, we can check the graph, we can plot the graph after getting the results here. So these two curves represents two specimens, specimen number 1 and specimen number 2, and the load versus penetration is considered in the normal graph, right? And here the ones, there are many numbers of readings were observed in the specimen 1 and specimen 2, those are plotted against load and penetration. So here say considering only this curve, only penetration curve for specimen 1 is considered, and here in the penetration line, that is in x-axis, we need to consider at the 2.5 mm penetration how much load is considered, how much load is acted on the specimen to cause 2.5 mm penetration. That is what noted here. And similarly for the same specimen we need to consider 5 mm penetration and how much load is acted on the particular material to cause 5 mm penetration. That is what noted here. Only we need to note 2.5 mm penetration and 5 mm penetration values. So once we note down the values of 2.5 and 5 mm penetration, the CBR value is calculated by using this formula. CBR is represented in the percentage, and that can be multiplied with 100, and that will be given in values. The load sustained by specimen at 2.5 mm or 5 mm penetration, that is considered. First we will consider 2.5 mm penetration. Say for example, a particular specimen is sustained with a 50 kg of load, that is 50 kg of load is considered here for 2.5 mm penetration, and the load sustained by standard aggregates at the corresponding penetration, that is already discussed here. For 2.5 mm penetration, we have to divide with 1370 values, and for 5 mm penetration we have to consider 2055 value. Right here for CBR 2.5 mm penetration, if you consider here, we have to divide it with 1370. If you consider 5 mm penetration value, then you have to consider here 2055 number, and then that will give you, in multiplying with 100, the CBR value right here. And this is how we need to consider. And here we have another graph, that is specimen. In this specimen 2, we have the convexity at the initial stage, convexity at the initial stage of the curve. In this case, it is need to be corrected. In this specimen is need to be correction, so that if you get this curve like specimen 1, it is no problem. If you get the curve like specimen 2, you need to correction. The correction will be simple, like you need to draw a tangent to this line. Say, just observe the cursor here. For this curve, you need to draw a tangent at this point, where that tangent point cuts to the x-axis. That will be your originate, that is 0 point. From that point, you need to measure 2.5. Say for example, your actual number is 0 at this point, but because of this correction, you need to consider 0 here. From 0 here, how much 2.5 lines will be considered? From here 0 to 2.5 mm is measured, and from this 2.5 mm we need to consider the penetration value. Similarly, from this tangent points where it cuts to x-axis, from that point to 5 mm is considered, and that 5 mm is erected to the curve, and then that is erected back to load, that is y-axis load values. Once you get this y-axis value, then that can be considered the penetration caused by the load for a 5 mm penetration. That is what the correction is considered. If you should remember this, if you get the curve like convexity at the at this position, if you have to take a tangent point to cut x-axis, and that point will be considered 0 for only specimen 2, not for the specimen 1. Specimen 1 will be measured from 0 origin only. The specimen 2 is measured from this origin, right? And this, because this may be happened because the bottom of the surface of this plunger, the plunger bottom is not attached completely to the specimen. That means it is not horizontally at the initial stage. That may be the reason. And the top layer of this specimen being too soft or irregular. These are the two conditions because we may get the curve like this. The first condition may be the plunger will not be horizontal to the specimen, or in second case it may be considered the top of the layer of the specimen may be too soft or irregular. In that case, you may get the curve like this. But if you get the curve like this, you have to take the tangent to the x-axis, then measure from that point to 2.5 and 5 mm, then erect it to the particular curve, and then get values. Once you get the values, you should substitute here, and then corresponding standard values you have to substitute, and you will get the CBR value. In next class, I will start the problems on this CBR test. Thank you.